Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian.
And Jynx here.
And welcome to Achilles Legends Untold on the PlayStation 5. So this is an action RPG that kind of has like an alternate story for Achilles where he isn't killed by Paris of Troy, and then he has some, alternate timeline here. And the reason why we decided to cover this game is because it was supposed to have co-op. That's what we were told in the email, that in the day one patch, the game would get co-op. However, we have played through the tutorial and co-op did not unlock after that. And then we looked it up online and other people were saying that there's no co-op in the game right now either, and that it might be added in a later patch. I'm not entirely sure, because again, what we heard from the developers is that the co-op was going to be in the 1.0 patch, but we haven't seen it. Maybe you got to get a bit further in the game than we played. I'm not entirely sure. So for right now, this is just going to be a single player let's play. But if co-op unlocks, then Jynx will join us, and we'll take a look at that. So we're going to start a new save here. We can actually just go and delete this one here. We'll start up a new one. There's two difficulties, Warrior and Hero. I think the Hero is like the hard mode, and Warrior is just the default one. So we're just going to go with that, because this game seems like it does have a bit of difficulty to it, just based on what I've played so far.
Fear is like an unpredictable sea. At times you can tame it, yet other times it leads you right into the heart of the storm. Helen, the wife of the king of Sparta, Menelaus, was kidnapped. The princes of Troy, who violated the sacred principle of hospitality, are at fault. The storm they unleashed was soon to sweep through the whole of Greece. With wind in their sails, to the beat of the war drums, the sons of Greece set sail, hungry for justice and glory, ready to restore honor and to punish the bold Trojans. And among them, Achilles, a fearless warrior whose mere presence filled hearts with courage. A hero of 100 battles. But this time, even he did not believe in an easy victory. The Trojans made sure of that. A fiery blaze illuminated the night sky, bringing death and destruction. Fear looked the Greeks in the eyes. Trapped in the unrelenting grip of the elements, they had to overcome their fright. Suddenly, one of the boats broke free from the hellish turmoil. Achilles, with Myrmidons at his side, fought his way to the shore. If only he could recapture Helen, the war would be at its end. At least that's what he still believed back then.
Myrmidons, my brothers in arms! We did not fight through the storm and flames to perish on this wretched sand. We have come here to win, and we shall win when we recapture Helen from the enemy's grasp. Many armies have fallen before these walls. Look for their weak points and for passages. That is how we shall try to get inside. Cast away your fear and fight bravely. And when the battle's dust settles, the glory of true heroes shall await you. To Troy! Ah!
Alright, so we are in the game here. And so it says that the Battle of Troy, which is the tutorial, will last about 10 to 15 minutes. And once it's over, you enter the world. So we did play to that point, unlocking all the new mechanics, the skill tree, fast travel, crafting, all that good stuff. And that's when I expected the co-op would unlock, and that was not the case. Now, I stated in the intro that this reimagines the story as if Achilles didn't die at the hands of Paris. That's actually not the case. I recall he actually does die, but he comes back. It's a little bit of a spoiler.
But get to Troy and rescue Helen. That is the only way to end this war quickly.
Like, why'd you just send your dudes off?
Yeah, we're way behind them. Alright, so this will be our first bit of battle here.
You're like, you guys go on ahead, I'll catch up. Just throw yourselves at the wall and look for a hole to climb through.
So I believe they said it was like a Souls-like style of combat, like Dark Souls, whatever. I would say that's not the case. It doesn't really feel like Dark Souls or any of those types of games.
But you can
It's like
roll.
your typical hack and slash game, I'd say. Kind of just reminiscent of any of those style of games. Doesn't really remind me of Dark Souls, and part of it just might be because of the camera. The camera being way up here. And then you don't have control of the camera either.
I think other people were comparing it also to like Diablo in a way.
Yeah, more like something like that is what I would say. It feels more like that. You can sprint.
Look at you go.
Now, I saw on Steam that the reviews were kind of rough because the game's been out on Steam in early access.
If I could attract the Trojans' attention, it would give my men time to find a passage inside. I will challenge their commander, and if he's in his right mind, maybe I could convince him to give up Helen. I just need to get to the gate.
Yeah, the reviews are kind of bad. Now, it was in early access for a little while, so maybe the game improved some. I haven't played enough to really say. Now, combat looks pretty easy here early on. It does seem to get a bit more challenging as they throw more enemies at you and different game mechanics. Treasure. I have noticed that this is a very different interpretation of Achilles than the movie.
Myrmidons fight fiercely, but even they cannot endlessly withstand such a numerous enemy.
I don't know how many of you guys have seen the movie because it's kind of old. The movie Troy with Brad Pitt as Achilles.
Makes me feel old. You calling that movie old?
It is old though, isn't it? It's like,
yeah, it's pretty.
It's like 20 years old or something like that. I remember seeing it. I don't know. Maybe I was in the army when it came out. I'm not entirely sure.
I think so.
That sounds about right. You can pet a cat. So that alone should give it better Steam reviews, right?
I mean, I would think. Although you can't really see the cat.
Yeah, you can't really zoom in much.
Let me see its cute face.
Yeah, the Troy movie, I always really liked that one. I know it got a lot of criticism. I enjoyed it. I thought it was an enjoyable film for what it was.
Got some nice fights.
Yeah, I really like the fight between Achilles and Hector, which is what we're about to do here in the game right now. Hector is played by Eric Bana? Yeah.
Whatever his name.
Yeah, is that his name? Something like that.
I think it is Eric.
You must be a fool to come here alone. Is it death you seek, Achilles? Or maybe you want to beg for mercy?
Hector, I suggest an honest duel. The victor shall decide Helen's fate and put this war to an end.
Helen is under Paris's protection.
Are you and your brother ready to sacrifice the lives of your men for her? When the rest of the fleet gets here, hundreds will die on both sides. Why must anyone else die when the commanders can put an end to further bloodshed with one duel?
You seek an honorable solution? But there is nothing honorable about war. It's messy and brutal, and history is written by the victors. Archers, on my mark!
Alright, so our first kind of boss battle, I suppose. And he's a cheater. But we can kick him. This is Sparta him. We do have a block that we can use if you have the right timing there. Those ones are unblockable, as that tutorial just stated, so we need to make sure we
roll away.
Yeah, roll away from him. Seems the best way is just to kick him over and over again. Knock him on his ass.
You gotta, this is Sparta him.
Yeah, every time. And him as much as he can before he gets back up. We do have health potions as well. That's the up directional pad down there in the bottom left corner of the screen. I'm like not hitting him at all.
I always wonder like what health potions are made out of.
I don't know, ginger maybe?
Maybe ginger and ginseng.
Probably liquor of some sort.
Probably. Like you're not actually
yeah,
better.
You just think
feel
you
better.
are. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, that hit the spot.
Just
I
rage.
feel warm and fuzzy inside.
You just can't feel the pain anymore.
Ready for more.
It's not actually healing you. Oh, we should probably heal up here. It's green when we drank it. Maybe it's mint. Mint is kind of like
there's mint in there.
Mint is kind of like a potion for Jynx.
I love mint, although not as much as I used.
Yeah, you don't drink as much mint as you used to. She used to have like mint flavored everything.
Everything.
Including mint flavored coffee. Just disgusting.
Yeah. I wasn't the only one. There were others.
So it says that his fate is in our hands, but we don't actually have an option here. All we can do is kill him.
You are right, Prince Hector. History is indeed written by the victors, but your death was not in vain. It will help end this hopeless war. Hopefully this fight bought my men some time. I need to know whether they managed to find entry into the city.
So yeah, very different version of the story here from the movie and what happened in that one.
Yeah, Hector didn't get cut in half in the movie.
No, he did not.
You'll pay for this.
But yeah, that was because Hector accidentally killed Achilles'
Orlando
cousin.
Bloom.
No. Orlando Bloom was the one who
that's the
played
Paris
Paris.
guy.
Yeah. No, it was his cousin. I can't remember his name. Patroclus? And so I think in the story he's more like Achilles' lover. So Achilles kills Hector out of like revenge or whatever because he killed his cousin
His lover.
or his lover.
Commander! I have found a way to the city. Not far from here. In a rock cleft. Son of a bitch. Ambushed me.
Your sacrifice shall save thousands. After the battle, we will raise our cups in your name. Rest in peace, soldier. Your deeds shall never be forgotten.
Now, in Homer's stories, it's never really like entirely clear if some of those characters are actually lovers. Just the wording makes it seem like they're lovers. Same thing with like if you look at like Hercules' story or Heracles.
I think I found the passage. This will have to do.
But he has a companion with them that kind of comes across as a lover, but maybe not. It's hard to say exactly.
Hercules and Aeolus were definitely lovers.
I mean, yeah, it seems like it. Of course, that's not Homer's stories, but a lot of those stories from that period with the Greeks, it's hard to tell whether or not they're lovers or not, or if it's just like a brotherly love between these men.
The defenders prepared for a frontal attack, but they did not consider this narrow passage. An entire army would not be able to get through, but a small unit could slip through and divert attention. Alright, I'm in. I have to find the way into the upper city. That's where I shall find Helen.
So apparently we're not going with the story of the Trojan horse here either, which is how in Homer's story the Greeks got into Troy.
I'll fight you until the end.
So we now have a shield throw, which I completely missed because I'm not locked onto this guy. Alright, so this time let's hit him. There we go. So then we can call back.
Seems
it's
easier just whacking him.
It's a ranged attack. I mean, it's nice to like chuck it before you get into the melee battle, but yeah, it's not like... Because of the cooldown, you're not going to use it a ton. I don't know if you get any other ranged weapons later, like a bow or whatever.
The Trojans were so sure of victory that they did not even evacuate civilians.
We can attack and kill the civilians if you're curious. It is
Wow,
possible.
You're a monster.
Yeah, you can do it. We are out of stamina here.
Well, that civilian seemed like he wanted to fight.
So we're gonna need to kill this bowman first. Sometimes with the locking mechanic, it can be difficult to get the guy targeted that you want. Get over here. So I'll get rid of him first, just so we don't got him shooting arrows at our butt the whole time. There we go.
And you should be aiming for your heel.
Yeah, he knew the story. Doesn't look like we can help that guy in his battle, unfortunately.
He's just for show. What's that bitch hollering? Oh, it sounded like a woman.
I think there was a woman over there.
She a witch?
You're just assuming she's a witch?
Yeah, she sounded like she was cursing you.
I mean, we're over here raiding her town, looting all their goods, there's rape and plunder going on, Jynx, which is historically, whenever a city or town was taken, it was always quite terrible.
Some of my warriors have already managed to break through. Their zeal shall give me time to do my part of the mission.
So the Fury is our blue meter down there, which we're using for the kick and our other abilities. We can throw the shield without using the Fury, but every time we kick, we use up our blue meter. And so those Fury potions, which is the left directional pad, that's how we restore that. I thought that was a soldier coming after me. But yeah, the game does have equipment. So we got our different one-handed weapons here, our shield, where we have the hero shield, which we're starting with all better items. I think these are all going to be taken from us once we finish up the tutorial.
We're going to lose everything.
Yep, as always. You do have a map here as well. Here's a screen with all the tutorials that you've learned in case you need to see those again. And then this shows you your current missions and stuff, your quests. Again, you see that everything is... I'm just attacking civilians. But you can see everything here is pretty linear right now, since we're still in the tutorial, but eventually it does kind of open up a little bit more.
Get him.
Yeah, you can see as we get further along, they're throwing more enemies at us. Different types of enemies.
You've got your long weapons and your short weapons.
I threw it at... Jynx said long weapons and short weapons. I threw it at the pillar. I meant to hit the guy.
Flying weapons.
Yeah, swords, spears, bows.
Well, I didn't know if it was like a glaive or like...
Jynx is still playing Baldur's Gate. Do you have any of your people using glaives in that game?
Karlak tried a glaive. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I didn't like the glaive or the spears in that game.
Yeah.
But Jynx still has not finished Baldur's Gate yet.
No.
She's very close. She's, in Baldur's Gate.
I'm never gonna finish it.
I mean, you're not that far from completing it, but there's so much like side content in the city.
I kind of wanted to just go to the end.
Unfortunately, I'm kind of losing my voice. My voice keeps giving out on me. I've been having this issue for, I don't know, good God, like 2 months now.
Yeah.
Soldiers, protect the prince.
And just having problems with like coughing and issues with my voice. We got COVID.
Again.
Yeah, again, like, I don't know, what was that, like 6 weeks ago or something like that?
Yeah.
2 months ago? And it's just I've never really fully recovered from it yet.
No,
unfortunately.
it's like you get better and then all of a sudden you're choking to death.
Yeah, and or you can't stop coughing. And it's kind of weird.
Just constant scritchy, scratchy throat.
Yeah, and it was a really mild version of COVID as well. Like, we didn't feel all that sick. It was just, coughing every once in a while.
Felt a little tired, but
yeah,
that could just be me.
Yeah, Jynx is always tired, so. But yeah, I was a little bit tired, but I feel like I gotta break every one of these damn pots. Yeah, it wasn't.
There's like hardly
it wasn't
ever
that bad
anything in there.
I don't think you get anything with the pots. I think they're just there to break.
Just for fun.
Just for fun. Yeah.
Don't do that.
So this is where we're gonna fight Paris here.
Enough of this madness, Paris. Release Helen.
Madness? Look beyond the walls. There you will witness true madness. The madness of the kings who came here with you.
This war is nothing but the consequences of your mindless decisions. You have stained the honor of the king of Sparta, the honor of the Greeks. Did you think that this insult would go unpunished?
You think that if Helen returned to Greece it would change anything? You speak so much of Menelaus, yet you fail to see who wanted this war from the very beginning. Besides, if I handed Helen over to that sick tyrant, it would be like sentencing her to death. I came to love her, and I shall defend her until my last breath.
So I don't know if you can actually win this fight. I think you're meant to lose. I lost, and then that kicked up the story. Jesus.
He's magic.
Yeah, he's got something he throws at you.
He sounds like a wizard.
And he's just really difficult as well. He's got a lot of health.
Paris, Helen's lover.
So he can kind of dodge these, but yeah, he's got a lot of moves. But you see, he just hit our Achilles heel.
No.
You know what that, of course, is named after. Which weakens us, and so our health has been greatly reduced. We're going to set up for a failure here now.
Dare you shoot us in the
So again, I
neck?
kind of feel like you're supposed to... You said in the neck?
Yeah, he shot us in the neck.
Did he? But yeah, I think you're supposed to lose here. I don't know though, because I feel like if you're really good at the game, really good at these types of games, maybe you could win it. Of course, we are using all of our potions and stuff. Oh, damn. Hey, you can see I already got his health down a bit, so I mean, maybe you can do it. I don't know what would happen. I feel like you gotta lose it just based on what happens in the story.
It just seems like your health goes down for no reason, though.
Well, he does a lot of damage with those arrows of his. Yeah, in the movie, Orlando Bloom played Paris, and he was not the most likable character.
This guy's not likable
He was
either.
such a cowardly little wimp who got his brother killed.
That's messed up.
Jesus. So yeah, I would be curious to see what happens if you win. I don't think we're going to. In fact, we're using all of our potions. We should probably just let them kill us. I'm going to keep on fighting them, but...
Do you keep your potions on your dead body?
I feel like you do get to keep the potions, whatever you have. So us using them probably isn't wise, but I just can't give up, guys. Like,
gotta
just not the
try.
type. I gotta try. I feel like if I lose, it should be because I lost, and not because I gave up. Oh, we didn't just
why is
resist
he
it.
not taking damage in the fire?
Because he's fireproof, Jinx.
I know he uses hairspray.
Yeah, he's got it.
He's probably covered in so much oil.
Come on. I mean, we got him down pretty far, but you can see just how much health he's got. It's a lot. And he does these little rolls.
Yeah, he's like got roller skates on or something. So like, you got Fury, use it.
The Fury I think is only usable for the kicks right
I
now.
was like, why are you interrupting me to tell me that? I'm in a boss battle.
Alright, so this is our last potion here, guys.
Oh no.
This is all we got left. We used all our potions. We did get him to about half health. Yeah, not bad. Considering you're not supposed to win this, I don't think. Again, I don't know what happens if you do get him all the way. I don't know if a cutscene just starts anyway and you just lose regardless. Or if you get something else that happens. I don't know. I think it'd be worth trying to find out.
Like, no archer would be able to take that many hits.
That's all our health, guys. We're done for. He hits us one more time, and we'll be dead. And that's it.
This cannot end like this.
I thought I was a step away from ending this war. Doubt, however, struck first. Unexpectedly, it overpowered me. I could feel my strength waning with each moment, and the cold grip of fear taking away my will to fight. Before I regained my composure, I was in the clutches of the abyss. Time and space lost meaning, until finally, that voice appeared inside my head.
This is not the end, Achilles. Not yet. Find your new path. The line becomes blurrier and blurrier. A smith. Find a smith.
Is this possible? Am I alive? That voice. A smith. It doesn't make any sense. Where am I? How did I get here? I can't be far from Troy. I need to take a look around.
Alright, so that's the end of the tutorial. And you can see that we do have 8 health. So I suppose it doesn't matter if you use all your health potions there. I wasn't entirely sure. I knew that when I started with this, I did have health potions. Alright, so this is the shrines. And in this way, it is similar to like the Souls games, where you use these shrines to level up. So you can't just level up whenever you want. You do have to come to these and go to the skill tree, which we don't have any skill points currently. But yeah, this is the skill tree. There are seemingly a lot of skills. Yeah, quite a few different skills. Some of these just increase, you know, like your strength or your endurance or luck or whatever, while other ones give you actual abilities and stuff. Such as the Cold Blood ability. Press L1 just before taking a hit to deflect it and throw the enemy off balance. So we've seen the enemy do that to us in a couple fights. I think Hector was doing that to us. Or one that's a little bit closer to where we're starting here at this location. The Bloody Fury. Each critical hit will fully restore your energy. So that's the skill tree. Again, you got to come here to be able to make use of that. You can also teleport here to other shrines. And you can rest, which increases your health and fury. And all items will be replenished from resources, but the enemies will be revived. So just like the Souls game. So this is the one element I have found to be like the Souls experience. You know, with the reviving of the enemies and coming to these shrines to level up. But other than that, again, it doesn't really feel like a Souls-like game in my opinion, outside of the fact that you can roll and block, I guess. A lot of games have that.
Did you see any Trojans around? Trojans? I don't recall ever stumbling upon them in these lands. And I have lived here for a very long time. I take care of local necropolises and those who rest within them. People used to pay proper respect to the dead. These shrines, too, they sought strength and solace within them to face the challenges ahead. You should try doing that, too. Reflecting upon one's life can bring meaning to one's death. You look tired and lost. Can I help you somehow?
Show me the way to the walls of Troy. I must get there as quickly as possible.
With the winds on your side, you will have to sail for a couple of days to reach the walls of Troy. Or rather, to what's left of them. 10 years ago, Agamemnon and Menelaus attacked Troy, causing fear and bloodshed to spread all over Greece. They arrived here too, in my city.
No, that's impossible. You're lying.
I am not in the habit of lying to others. I try to help them. Tough times we live in, and mutual aid is now a very precious and rare currency. If I'm not mistaken, somewhere here lives a very skilled smith. He remembers the times of war. I'm certain he will help you find your way in this very difficult moment. He can also take care of your equipment because, as far as I can see, it seems to be past its prime.
Thanks for the advice.
If you really don't remember the last couple of years, Greece may seem different to you, foreign, and you might not recognize your old friends.
So it has been 10 years since we died. Oh, and we're being attacked by a skelly over here. So that seems to be...
Sleep the whole time?
I think we've been dead. I think he died. And you can see that all our equipment's all old. You know, the shield from the tomb would also kind of indicate that your character was dead. So I think that's what happened. I think he came back from the dead. And so yeah, all our items are kind of crappy now. And of course, we're still weakened from that fight with Harris, so our health is much lower than it was in the tutorial.
You look pretty healthy to me.
I mean, yeah, he
Peachy.
looks quite fit. Yeah, it seems like these skellies are the main enemy that you fight in this area.
I shall send them back where they belong.
And the one thing that we found is it's kind of difficult to see them. I don't know if you guys have noticed that as well. But yeah, I mean, you can see them, but I don't know, they just blend into the environment.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like, because they're bones, I guess.
Yeah.
But I have difficulty seeing them. Oh, we're out of stamina here. Oh, that's just a shambling skelly. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure why they made it like that. I don't know how they would outline them a bit more, but yeah, sometimes they come running towards me and I only see them because of the movement. You don't see them when they're just sitting there. Maybe they did that intentionally. But you see the world is a lot more open than it was before. We're not just heading down, a little pass. You can find little treasures and stuff in the world too.
We're heading down a medium-sized path.
Sure, a medium-sized path. So, see how fast they run? Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a treasure over here.
Treasure.
I found a treasure when I was going through this section the first time. And I wasn't able to open it, so we'll see if we can open this one. Okay, we can't open this one. So maybe it's just that particular treasure chest they wouldn't let me get into. This is a new shield. You'd assume it'd be better than the crappy one that we have equipped, the shield from the tomb. Let's just take a look. Alright, so it's better at some things, worse at others. It looks like it does twice the physical damage, but it loses the dark damage. And basically, damage increases by 1 point. You're going to be losing some of the stability. Not entirely sure what that affects. And then with the damage reduction, it's worse for physical and dark damage, but slightly better for divine. And the attribute bonuses are different too. I feel like this is probably better, honestly. Yeah, we'll just keep this one here. Now we can sacrifice them. Yeah, I guess this is just a board, some wood, some wood bolted together. But yeah, we can sacrifice them to get some money, which we don't have any of that. So yeah, we'll do that.
I can't walk through here yet.
Alright, so it seems like, yeah, there's some treasure in there but we don't have access to. Something we have to unlock. Yeah, these guys just be popping up out of the flowers out of nowhere. We're collecting their bones.
I love bones.
Do you love bones?
I do love bones. Well, like fake bones. Although,
I thought
there
it was
was
just
real bones for sale at the store, I would buy those.
I thought you just like skulls.
No, I love skellies.
I guess, yeah, we do have skellies all over the house right now, but that's partly because of Halloween.
They will stay up until Christmas.
Yeah, generally, till Christmas, more like February. We do have skellies all over the house at the moment.
And years. That's insane. Where would I have been for such a long time? Why am I in Mycenae? I don't have much choice. I need to find that smith the man was talking about.
So this is the chest that I wasn't able to get into here. So I think he might state why you can't get into. So we got to fight a lot of enemies over here in order to try getting in there. So we'll go ahead and do that. Kill all these guys and then see what's going on with that chest and why we couldn't open up. Also, why can't I break these damn pots?
They're invincible.
Yeah, we were talking about Jynx, with her Boulder's Gate.
Not now.
Yeah, it says not now. Ooh, we're being attacked by everybody.
Now.
And also, we got our first level up as well. But yeah, I think Jynx needs to, at this point, just make it to the end. Because we're about to go on our vacation. And as she has said many times, if she doesn't finish before we go on vacation, she's never going to finish it.
I'm never going back.
Yeah, because we're going on this long vacation here, and you're being that close to the end. I just don't see you going back to it. Alright, so let's open up this shrine here.
Before we leave.
We got a week left, guys, before we start our vacation. That's it.
Work.
Yeah. And Jynx is working the whole time as well. Yep.
No gaming for the weary.
There should be a little bit of time, but it's going to be...
fall asleep.
It'll probably just be enough time to do the last section.
I'm like a little old man. If I sit down, I'm gone.
That's what sucks about working in the morning. I'm so glad I don't work in the morning anymore. I haven't worked in the morning in a long time. Last time I did a morning job was when I was at the prison, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That was barely
ridiculous.
even morning.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
That's our bedtime.
It was practically at night. I was getting up at 4:30 in the morning for that job. All right, so we can
make you breakfast.
Yep. So we can open up the shrine now, and make use of it, or light it, I suppose. And we can get our first level up. We got 1 skill point. Yeah, 1 skill point here. So we have 2 choices because this is, a skill tree with the branches that we had to go down. So essentially we can get endurance, which will increase our energy, our stamina, or strength, which will allow us to do more damage. And that's what I'm going to go for. I'm going to increase our strength. It's interesting that we just had the one skill point. I had 2 skill points the first time I leveled up. And I feel like I got them both at the same time, too.
That was just a treat.
I just got a little extra bonus point. Alright, so you can see that it is marking where we need to go. We can explore a bit if we want. Find different items, get more experience as well. Now, killing the enemies, of course, because it does have that mechanic where they come back whenever you go to the shrines. There's not really any reason to kill them outside of the experience. Oh, damn, that guy knocked me in my butt.
How embarrassing.
I'm just locked onto that guy.
That's my favorite Skelly. He has like no effort whatsoever.
He don't care.
Just,
Nope.
I tried. He's too far away.
He just shambles along. I don't know if there's any items worth going for over here. Feels like there's something over there. Yeah, I don't know if any of this is even worth doing. There's a lot of enemies over here.
You're interrupting their meeting.
There we
We're
go.
gonna do a good job today, guys. That hero's going down.
So yeah, we got a little bit of gold and an essence of darkness. So there is like a crafting mechanic. You got all your items here in your bags.
Essence of darkness has gotta smell like ass.
Yes. Smells like a butthole. A grimy one. After like a full day of traveling in a hot car in the summer.
I mean, yeah, the sun hasn't shone there.
Yeah. All right, so we'll follow along the line that they're pointing us to, because it doesn't seem like the items that we're getting over there are worth it.
These
Just a little
skellies
bit
are
extra
not
gold.
quick-witted.
No. Ah, there we go. We got another level up. So yeah, if we go,
Yes, the enemy.
I'm
I
gonna
will
open this.
whack him slowly.
So yeah, if we go over here and level up, then that will spawn all those enemies back, but that's okay. I want to get another skill point here. So let's go ahead and get. So we can do endurance, strength, but I think we're gonna do vitality to increase our health here. Be a little bit more durable. And yeah, that might result in these guys coming back. It doesn't look like it. Maybe it's only if we rest and not actually level up.
Yeah, maybe.
So we can level up without respawning all the enemies, but we can't teleport or rest. And that's where you use those resources to get all your goodies back. But yeah, we're going to be taking our vacation here in just 1 week. And unfortunately, we're going to be gone this weekend as well. So this will be the only video that we have over the weekend.
Would you look at that? Bold of you to show up in Myrmidon armor. I remember skinning the last one of them years ago. Seems I was wrong. One more traitor still breathing. Seize him, boys, but don't damage his armor. Menelaus will shower us with gold for it. Get him!
Yeah, this weekend we're gone. Should probably take care of this archer first.
But let me leave.
Or not. We'll kill that guy first. I chopped his head off. There's a bit of a gore
Rolling
mechanic
down
here.
the hill.
His soldiers would not touch a Myrmidon. Traitor? What was that marauder on about?
Yeah, you notice when we kill people, we like chopping their arms and legs and heads off and stuff. But yeah, we'll be going to Texas this weekend, guys. We got to bring our pet bunny. Normally, we bring our rabbit on vacation with us, so we're stuck here.
Take him everywhere.
Yeah, he's a road bunny. He goes with us,
Too fast. Too fast.
and he does not mind.
At least he doesn't say anything about it.
He seems like he likes the traveling.
Yeah, he does. He just likes hanging out with the family.
Yeah.
He doesn't care where we are. And he likes exploring new places.
Yeah, he's an explorer. That's why we named him Vasco. After explorers of the past, like Vasco da Gama or Vasco da Balboa.
He's a curious guy.
Yeah, he's always been an explorer type, a curious one. Curious rabbit. And so yeah, usually we bring them with us, but since for this trip, a bigger, longer trip, we're gonna be... Did that guy just jump over his head? He like leapfrogged over his companion's head. I don't think I've ever seen him do that. But this is about how far I got. Oh damn, we're about to die. Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is about how far I got when I played. We were trying to test out the co-op. Get access to it.
You have no more friends to leapfrog.
And he's dead. But yeah, we'll be taking a plane for this trip. Unfortunately, they don't let you bring rabbits on planes. I guess unless they're like a service animal or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody has...
He's just my bunny friend, that's all.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody has a rabbit as a service animal. So do we need to go in the cellar? We do not. That's not part of the main story. Maybe like extra side content or something. Let me see what's marked here. Kind of curious. What's this marked as? So we can't see. Is there a key? Let's take a look. Unvisited cellar. Okay, so apparently there's a lot of cellars in the game. I almost want to visit it, just see what's going on in there. Yeah, let's just see what's going on in here, since it seems to be like a full-on mechanic here. Now, you notice it does load really quick on the PlayStation 5 here. So that's nice. So it has the loading screen, but it doesn't take very long to get through it. Are we gonna fight this guy? If I knew he was aggressive, I would have killed him on the ground. I let him get up. I guess it was more honorable thing to do. I missed him.
You look cool though.
There we go. These guys just stood there while I killed their friend and just sat there watching
we didn't
like
really
a show.
Like him anyway. He's kind of a jerk.
Ooh. But yeah, you see the combat's getting more difficult. I mean, they're leapfrogging over each other and shit,
Like
rolling over each other's shields.
Fire. I bet they're glad they're just not friendly fire, because they'd be hacking each other to pieces.
Mm-hmm. I thought that arm was rolling on the ground. I thought I'd kicked his arm off. I think that was his friend's arm, though.
I'm so strong.
We're gonna break all the pots. Oh, there is stuff in them. We found oil and spices that time.
Spice. Spice is nice.
Maybe it was just in the tutorial that you didn't often find stuff. Alright, so we got a health potion. I'm wondering if you could only have 8 of those. Because that's the cap. Because we haven't gotten 8, more than 8 yet. So yeah, it seems like you can go down here and get resources or potions and kill a bunch of dudes. And level up as well.
My power is growing.
It does seem like the level ups are pretty plentiful, which makes sense given the very large skill tree that they got there. I feel like those baskets can be broken. How is it these wicker baskets can't be broken? While all the other ones, the wooden and the glass ones, can.
Because those are needed.
This is wickers.
For stuff.
More powerful than you thought. So it does mark it now that we've been in there. And so that's helpful. I like when games do that. Let me know that I've been in there.
So I don't go in there again.
Yeah.
Because I might.
Alright, so we got a big old enemy over here.
I mean, it's not just skellies. I didn't see that guy there either.
Yeah, they do kind of blend into the environment a little bit, the enemies. And, you know, that's just kind of a part of these type of games. Where they're kind of a more top-down view.
He got up quick.
For a big guy, he is spry.
Fast.
Yeah. Far more spry than you expect. Oh, damn.
He's strong.
Alright. Now he's dead. And we did all that
coins.
for 23 coins. I don't know.
Buy a piece of bubble gum.
I don't know if that's worth it in today's world of inflation.
In today's economy?
You need like 50 gold pieces for some bubble gum.
That's highway robbery.
Alright, so I guess we can help this guy here.
That wound doesn't look good. What happened to you?
Bandits. The damn bandits rob everyone walking down this road. They also got me. There. They have a camp in the bush. You're a warrior. Please, you have to stop them.
I'll make sure they pay for this.
So I don't know if we can just save anywhere. It says just save and exit, so I'm not entirely sure how that works. Like when you hop back in the game, does it start you right where you left off? Or does it start you at like the closest shrine? And so like, do you want to wait to get off the game until you find shrines here? Which we do have a level up, so let's go ahead and activate this. And level our guy up here. Alright, so starting to see a lot more choices in which way we want to go now. So we can get more vitality for that health. Oh, so these are all extra health here. And that will lead you up along the well branch. It seems that this is all health. Okay, so this is the way you want to go if you want to have a lot of health. And it will eventually lead you to the skill Big Gulp, so drink potions more quickly. That'll be helpful.
I am a big gulper.
Jynx is a big gulper. Can't share a drink with her. She'll drink it all.
That's like my default size. Like I'm not trying to. I take a sip and it's gone.
Yeah, I'll have something Jynx wants to try and she'll ask for a drink. I'll let her have some and then it'll be gone. Alright, so we might want something like this. Each hit restoring a small amount of fury. Seems like it'd be useful. This is only each critical hit. It's restoring energy though. And then what is these branches? Kind of got to look at what is in the future to see which way you want to go. So that gets you to the cold blood. So that seems like it'd be useful to have. Also a counterattack. Yeah, that's pretty useful as well. Okay, so might want to go down this branch. But let me take a look at the other ones and see where they go. So this is the lucky branch. It's got a dog in the background there. More experience points are received from defeated enemies. Well, that seems like something you want to get early as well, like it really pay itself off. It's on the dog eats tail. We got the warrior ethos again over here, so yeah, you definitely want to. You really want to go down that route, I think. Yeah. So I mean, they're all decent routes, so good choices here. What you don't want in a game is where it feels like, one route is clearly the best one. Kill an opponent, restore a small amount of fury. Okay, so this way seems to reward you with like life and fury from killing enemies. While the one down here gets you more experience, which of course will allow you to get more traits here, more skill points. And then this one here is a soul drain. Stand behind an unsuspecting enemy and use X to drain some of their soul, dealing damage. Okay, so all this has to do with things that affect the soul. Okay. It's the route of the archer here. Although I think that looks like it's supposed to be Hercules.
Yeah, he's got the pelt.
Yeah, he's got the lion belt. Okay, so I feel like you definitely want to go this route, the route of the dog eventually to get the experience. But let's go ahead and actually start going down this one real quick, just to get to this cold blood and the counterattack, and then we'll do the experience one. Because unfortunately going down this route does result in a lot of luck rather than the strength, which the luck just increases the chance of looting items from defeated enemies. So I think the strength's a little bit more useful. So yeah, we're going to get that. And then we'll go down this route. Yeah, not a bad skill tree from what I've noticed so far. Some interesting choices anyways. And we found another cellar. Okay, I guess we'll go down it. Why not? Does seem to be some decent items down here. And we get more experience.
And it's warm.
Yeah, it's just not incredibly evident which enemy or which pots you can break through.
You gotta try them all.
Yeah, you just gotta try them all. Like we should, it feels like we should be able to break that. Or,
That one's too big.
or these ones over here.
Too big.
But you can't break them. We found marinated meat.
Ew.
Just sitting in the cellar. It's being aged, I think. Oh, I got some skellies down here. Why didn't the skellies attack those dudes?
They were friends.
Oh, there's a ton of skellies.
Longtime friends. They only hate
Completely
you.
missed them.
They're like, I'm jealous of his hat.
Oh my good god. Getting our butts kicked over here, guys. I mean, it is a pretty cool hat. I found a new shield. I mean, you think that would be better than this old one that we currently have. Let's take a look if we can finally get something new here. It looks like we also had found the hoplite shield. Okay, so I mean, clearly both of these are better. So let's take a look at the heavy shield compared to the hoplite shield. So the hoplite shield does more damage, but has lower stability. As far as damage reduction goes, not as good. Better with physical, but not as good against dark and divine. But it has better attribute bonuses. Okay, you know what? Let's go with the hoplite shield. It's blue as well. I like blue.
So cool.
Alright, so let's go ahead and sacrifice this here. And we'll also take a look at this new weapon we got here. Oh, that's a lot longer. So it seems like this is just better. So we'll go for that one. And we'll just get rid of the sword here. We also have a spear. So this does more physical damage, has better damage reduction, but the attribute bonus is reduced. We'll try out this new sword, and maybe we'll try the shield as well. This spear, excuse me, and see how well that plays. I'd also be interested to see if he fights different, like if he has different abilities or whatever. You'd assume at the very least you're gonna have the higher range of the spear. Alright, let's get both of you guys taken out. They're archers, cowardly archers.
Did one of them not die? Oh,
No,
that
they
was your
didn't.
stuff. I thought they were shooting things at you.
I should probably drink a
Just
potion.
hurling their souls at your back.
Mm-hmm.
This place looks like a smithy. What happened here? The embers are still smoldering. The fire must have occurred recently. I hope the smith is safe and sound. Maybe I can find him somewhere here.
We can't kill the chickens. Wait, really?
Of course not. That would be sacrilegious.
Alright, so this is the area we're supposed to go
Whoa.
to. Is that a scorpion?
Where are we?
Oh my god.
It's like Fallout.
Alright,
Rat
so
scorpion.
this guy's got a lot of health. I don't know how well this is
It's a
gonna go.
giant crustacean. Chickens are not worried at all.
We do barely any damage with our shield.
That's a chicken guardian.
I mean, I feel like we can kill him. God, I
I
don't...
don't think so.
It's kind of difficult to tell when he's gonna attack you. Maybe we should go up like behind him or something. I don't know if that helps. Like he can't avoid, or he can't attack you. Oh, damn.
Oh no! Run! He's tra-la-laing after you.
We can do this, Jinx.
Oh, the chickens are coming to help.
I feel like he should care about those chickens.
No, they're his friends. The chickens are following him.
Where'd he go? Oh, wow. I see. Alright, so yeah, this is a trickier enemy here.
Hope we don't have to fight more than one of those.
Oh, I'm sure there's gonna be a bunch of them. We almost got him dead, though.
That's a chunky boy.
Alright. And apparently that was enough experience for us to get a skill point as well. I was about to say we better get something good from fighting that guy. And he's protecting this item over here. His instrument. And flowers of detoxification. So basically if you get really drunk, you just make a little tea with those flowers and make you feel right as rain. Can we ride the pony? No. It's just weird you got like giant scorpions over here with chickens and ponies, and he doesn't really seem to care about any of that.
But you can't ride any of it.
And you can't ride any of them.
Which is not realistic, because I would try to ride it all.
I would have tamed that scorpion. We would have been friends. I would have fed him the chicken.
What would you have named him?
The scorpion? Mm-hmm. Scorpio.
Oh, that makes sense.
What else would you name a scorpion?
Steve.
Sammy. All right, let's see what this item here. Oh, it's a cat. I couldn't even tell.
I couldn't either. It
Yeah,
just looked
again,
like dirt.
it's kind of hard to see things in this game, but you can pet all the cats apparently. All right, so let's go and heal up.
What does the soup do?
The soup?
Down there on the bottom right.
I guess it does look a little bit, or like it looks kind of like a cream to me.
Yeah, like an ungent.
Is that another one of those scorpions?
Oh,
Yep. I knew we were gonna have to fight more of those.
What about the soup?
I'm not entirely sure what the that little lotion or whatever does. I guess when we get lonely, we make use of it on those long, cold nights. I'm not sure, but what I do know is that one of these things down here will bring us, maybe the one with the down directional pad that we use. I don't know, it looks like a block of ice or something down there.
Yeah, it does look like ice.
I think that's the one that sends you, there's these scorpion things everywhere. I think that one sends you back to the, alright, so now we gotta save this guy. Back to the shrines.
That man will sooner fall on these rocks than take care of this thing. I need to help you.
Put the lotion on its skin.
I can try, see what it does. I don't know what it did. Maybe it, oh, it's for your stamina, your green bar.
Oh, okay.
And so basically it restores, it goes back up really, really quick.
I see.
While we're being affected by it. Okay, that's pretty useful. You can just kind of swing mercilessly. We need to stay away from that.
Abandon.
We need to stay away from that other scorpion.
Because you're so slippery. Keep rolling.
I keep missing him.
That move is just for show.
But yeah, like I was saying, I think that thing sends you back to the shrines. And so it's like an easy way to get to the closest, or maybe the last shrine you went to. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what this guy has to say over here, the guy we rescued, who's hiding up on this rock. I'm not entirely sure where that scorpion couldn't get him. He's not even that high.
Thanks be to the gods. I thought that monster would tear me to shreds. Where did you learn how to do this?
A soldier does not forget how to fight. I passed by a destroyed forge along the way. Do you know what happened to the smith?
Yes, unfortunately I do. My name is Firtas. It so happens that I'm his apprentice. I will tell you everything of how it happened, but I still need your help.
What's the matter?
I need to retrieve my master's old tools. They should be in those ruins not far from here, but the place, it instills me with fear. By the way, I can see that you could use some new equipment. If you bring me these tools, I can teach you a couple tricks of the trade. What do you say?
So be it. I shall look for them.
You're a lifesaver. We will meet near the smithy, but first, I'll make sure there are no maggots around.
Alright, so this is actually the guy we needed to find for the story here.
Fritos.
Isn't it Fritos?
It's Fritos. You
Okay.
can't tell me any different.
We're gonna call him Fritos from now on.
Call them chili Frito pie for short.
Alright, we'll get this item here. I don't think we have... Oh, it's an
Oil
oil
of
of poison.
poison.
That's what it is. So that is not the item that you use.
Yes.
Let me take a look here. Because I know that we have an item.
Oh, marinated meat. Yum.
Yeah, there's the marinated meat. Let me see, if you interact with it... Okay, that just has you eat it.
Munch it.
Munch it. I'm trying to figure out how you set up the items down at the bottom there.
I know it told us.
So this is the one that gives you to sends you to the last visited shrine. Oh, okay. You go down to this, and then you can select it. I see. All right, that makes sense, I guess. So yeah, if we wanted to say, you know, get rid of the oil of poison or whatever, and put some darts on there, or throw some fire. So we're gonna have it look like this, guys. And so I suppose the last thing we'll do in today's episode is fight this plant and throw bit of fire at him.
Whoa.
Alright, so it continuously does fire damage to him.
Nice.
Alright, so that might...
for a long time.
Yeah, it does. So it looks like it should just end up killing him. But yeah, you wouldn't be able to get... Oh, well, never mind. It was just the right amount of time.
Went out.
Oh, there's plants everywhere. There's another one right there. And so since they're plants, they can't move. They can't come after you, so I guess you could just chuck your shield at them if you wanted to.
Do they puff noxious gases?
I don't know, it almost seems like they're shooting like leaves at you or something. And they can only do it
Weird.
so often. Alright, so unfortunately we do have to end today's episode here. I was going to wait until we got to one of the shrines, but we have no idea where the next shrine is.
I can see a shrine.
Oh, never mind. It's right there.
Thanks, Achilles.
Alright, so yeah, I wanted to get to the shrine just in case, you know, it spawns you at the last one you're at once you leave the game. I'm not entirely sure how it works, so it'd be good if we had a shrine right where we were at, so we don't have to travel very far. So let's go and get the strength point here. Continue boosting that strength. It's currently sitting at 13. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. If you do enjoy our content and you'd like to help support the channel, then check out the description of any of our videos. Find links to our PayPal, Patreon, and Teespring store. Also, you can join our membership program that we just started up here on the channel. You'll find that, I think it might be on the videos, but you also find it on the front page of the channel. In addition to those links, you'll find links to our Discord if you'd like to join our community. And finally, you'll find links to all of our social media if you'd like to follow us on those. That horse is loud, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It neighed at us.
It wants you to ride it.
I feel like that could be a great relationship that we have with that pony. Achilles needs a horse.
He needs something.
Get him to and fro.
He needs a Jinx, but
yeah, it's a real bummer. Again, I don't know what's going on with the multiplayer here, guys. Maybe they will just add another patch, but from our understanding, it was supposed to be in the 1.0 version of the game, so yeah, I'm not entirely sure what happened to it. But yeah, real shame, because it would have been fun to play co-op. Maybe they'll add it, and Jynx will be able to join us. I'm not sure if she plays as Achilles too, or...
Your lover.
Yeah, or you play as our lover or something. Or if you get to create a character, I don't know how it works, or, you know, select among a variety of different characters.
Yeah, I'll just be a clone of you.
Yeah, probably would just be... Oh, we don't want to fight that scorpion guy.
Or a random myrmidon.
Yeah, maybe you're just a random part of his crew, although they said that they killed all his army, so they're traitors or whatever. As we stated earlier in the video, episode 2 will be a little bit later in the week. We'll try for Tuesday, since we will be gone throughout the whole weekend as we go to Texas, where Jinx's family lives, to drop off our rabbits in preparation for our vacation, which will be starting the following weekend. And so we'll try and have an episode 2 on Tuesday. And so if you're looking for something to watch while you wait for that video, check out the front page of our channel. We got 3,000 something videos, all sorted by genre, so should find something that you would enjoy watching. We're gonna kill this plant here before we leave here. But again, I do hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I do hope to see you on the next one. And thanks for watching.